following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing this here, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on this game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their edge like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcast, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he hear you, other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
Last night, or damn, the Elimination Chamber. This is the road to WrestleMania, or is this the road? Is there a bingo hall in Vegas? Because I'm feeling very bingo hall-ish. Anybody else feel like the surprise was then? I'm sorry. Oh my God, it's Seth. Oh, okay. Welcome to the Mike Knoxxx Show. My name is Mike Knoxxx, guys. I'm your host today. I'm your host every day because it's the Mike Knoxxx Show. And I like to talk professional wrestling. And indeed, if you like to talk professional wrestling, you're listening to the show The Pros Listen To. I am your host, the $1 Million host. The $1 Million audience is you. Together we tagging it out. We form the $1 Million connection. But remember, one thing is true is that when you're live in the barbershop, we can talk about anybody, whoever you want to, in the barbershop. Ain't nobody off limits in the barbershop. And today, the WWE, you're not off limits today. I've spent a career trying to be, well, that's a lie. I spent a career being completely objective despite critics, despite friends. Because I am a WWE guy. I will sip the Kool-Aid, if you will. Ain't enough Kool-Aid to drink off of that from last night. In the words of my children, who I am building to be intelligent wrestling fans. Y'all know Michaela Wonders? Y'all know Michaela. Here's her intro.
Girl.
Michaela Wonders said, and I quote, "Can we turn this off now? Can we turn this off now?" We're going to bring Spot Face into the program. He's going to talk professional wrestling with us today. We're going to talk to you guys, the audience. Please comment below. Let us know your thoughts and what your take of last night's Elimination Chamber was. What, the 24th annual Elimination Chamber? And I felt that we have taken, I said this on Monday's show. If you guys go back and watch the Mike Knoxxx Show each and every single Monday at 6 p.m. except when there's a PLE, pay per view, anything like that. We do it on a Sunday. If you grades up and praise him, you grades up and praise Mike Knoxxx. And while you're at it, hit the like, follow, subscribe button, hit the bell notification when we go live. You go live at the same time because this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. And granted, if you're here right now, you're intelligent. I can't get over yesterday. I'm having would it be called an epiphany? No, because that wouldn't be completely true. What era are we in? Oh, I know. It's the CM Punk era, right? We don't. And again, and I'm a Punk fan. Look, I got my Chicago because Chicago did make Mike Knoxxx. 69-23 South Parnell. Paul Robeson High School, Parker Elementary. I still can't. He had the nerve when the show was over, y'all. Did y'all see it? To say this.
Oh, man. He's got time to tweet, but he doesn't have time to come to Chicago. Listen, Roman Reigns, second highest arena gate record in company history. And you're not number one either. 19,346 people showed up in Chicago because I am a fighting champion. And I will travel to Las Vegas, and yeah, I'm going to be tired. And yeah, I'm going to be beat up, and I'm going to be bandaged. But that keeps me sharp. on the edge, where I need to be. And for me, the action is the juice. You can sit at home, and we're going to call you Rusty Reigns when you show up in Las Vegas. And I got a GTS for you and every one of your stupid family members.
Welcome in, Spotface, to the program. Spotface, I don't know what to say about last night, but I'm going to be fair as I've always been fair. We're going to talk about this show as well. But I will tell you right now, this is getting a Mick Foley 24/7 title that was handed to him by Vincent Kennedy McMahon, because right now the WWE WrestleMania is on life support. And I know not literally. We know they're making money over fist. We're talking about from a fan's perspective, Spot. You have been my friend, my brother even, for over a decade. Have you ever heard me speak like this about the WWE?
No, I haven't.
Not even doing Kofi Mania, who got fucked. Have you heard me speak like this?
Not in a million years. You have sipped this Kool-Aid from Perfect Plex Talk till now. And I would like to say, like in the words of my niece, can we turn this off now?
Can we turn this off now? She said that, by the way.
This is the road to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for real wrestling fans. I'm not talking about the guys who spend $9,000 for front row. I'm talking about for wrestling fans. This is the road to our glory. This is the 42nd WrestleMania. Darn it, I've watched maybe 38 of them because I'm 41. I'll be 41.
I've watched all 41 of them, and God willing, I'll be here to even still watch this atrocity known as 42. That I'm glad I revoked my tickets to Vegas, people.
I just hearken to wonder with the booking decisions and the game planning that we see on Unreal, because they show us that they talk about these things. There's cold meetings, there's Jolly Ranchers at the Gorilla, there's Sour Patches at the Gorilla position.
They got it all. Brand new socks and drawers. They got it all there.
And yet, this is what they come up with on the road to WrestleMania. Now, this was a random WrestlePalooza, a random pay-per-view, a random, Saudi show, no problem. We'll accept it for what it is. But this is extremely unacceptable if you're a true pro wrestling fan, because we are on the road to WrestleMania. They market it that way.
I am... listen, it's not... Here's my thing. I've always reserved the right as a wrestling fan to tell wrestling fans we reserve the right to see the story unfold. That's been my coup de grace, if you will. Last night was trash, Big Willie Steaming Billy Beeman.
It was trash in this aspect.
Go ahead.
Right? Not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Fine tag. The Elimination Chamber was designed for feuds. The Elimination Chamber was designed to either elevate a singles feud, crown a new champion, or create a solid challenger.
For WrestleMania.
We watched two chamber matches where we arguably knew the winners were down to 1 to 2 participants.
I had it pegged as 1 or 2. Well, you just said that, right? But I had Big Mommy Cool, who was I think the fans' kind of favorite. Rhea Ripley, who's no longer Rhea Thickley, was who we knew would win, especially after Friday watching the BBBs. That's the Beautiful Black Beauties, not the invisible, not them.
The irresistible
BBBs.
forces.
No, the BBBs, the Beautiful Black Beauties, what I call them. That BGM all over the place. But once that happened, we knew she was winning. I had it 300 to 1, Cody, and the long shot, which if you're going by betting odds, people, 1,100 to 1 was Randy. And they did that. So it automatically led people to think that's a fatal 4-way match at Mania. You know what? Let's dive into the show. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's dive. I don't think it's gonna be. We're not gonna be here before you long. I'm just being honest with you. Okay. I'm gonna start right here. The cart was unveiled, and it happened to be AEW's. Some will tell me an indie superstars, what I heard last night.
Yikes.
And Danhausen. Let me say this, people. And my favorite line from Brock Lesnar, I need to actually get the audio. My producer's not here today, King Von Jr. 301 Victorious One's podcast. It's Sunday. He's at church. He's praising him. I want to say this. Look at my face. Look at my face. People were calling me and texting me, saying to me, who's this? And I'm like, okay, you don't watch AEW? That's fair. I always try to get every wrestling fan, you got to watch AEW. It's only fair to watch AEW. I believe that. If you don't like it after you watch it, that's fair. You got to watch it, and you got to have open mind in watching it. It's a great alternative, although people will think that I'm lying about that. It is a great wrestling alternative, and here's why. I have complained for decades that Bing Hall shit don't work in WWE. Vince knew better, so Vince never brought the bingo. He had his outlandish, outdated comedy, food fights, sex scenes, things of that nature, but Vince ain't bringing in the alligator bull from AAA. He's not bringing in Danhausen. You'll get Tozawa because Tozawa is of Japanese, and he's going to bring in the Japanese dollars, and he'll do that, but that's not a bingo hall deal because Japan is bigger than a bingo hall. No offense towards Danhausen or any of his fans that were actually saying in certain groups, oh, it's a payday. And you know what? God damn it, right, it's a payday. The Shockmaster was better because at least the shit was funny when he fell through the damn door. This was an absolute travesty of a sham. I'm sorry. And the worst part is one company had thought of it, and the first one I thought it was corny. That's why I know my kids asked me, who was it? I didn't care, right? Because it couldn't have been anything significant,
True.
Right? You kind of hold maybe a statue. Then you saw the graveyard. You kind of knew, and then especially when the day before, he was removed from AEW. So here come Danhausen. Nobody wants to check for a Danhausen. Nobody. Spot, you're more of that kind of federation than I am. Are you serious here, Danhausen?
I am an AEW fan. Danhausen is Danhausen. I will say this. Though you may be clowning the Danhausen portion, I see a larger problem. This is the second AEW talent in a row that has jumped from AEW to WWE that they've rolled out with a debut. First former Powerhouse Hobbs and Royce Keys, and now Danhausen to lackluster, if no reaction.
They give him a podcast with Stephanie McMahon. Like that's supposed to help him.
I don't know where that's going. That is like Make-A-Wish Fatu Part 2 with this sob story in his reality, and that's for Steph McMahon because she calls herself Steph now. She wants to cash in on the Steph Curry craze. If you check it, it's Steph McMahon.
Okay, she's a man.
That's what they're doing.
They do say that's her girlfriend there in a beer marriage. Just saying that's some of the rumors that are out there.
And now for Danhausen to be the reveal with this Carney.
This was corny.
Like we're supposed to believe that all those people were in the box.
Man right there. Yeah, no.
Like we're supposed to believe that all those people were in the box.
Well, no, because if you saw it again, you suspend your disbelief. You saw him coming through the curtain, but that's not even the point. The point is. We're no longer. Here's why the Wyatt 6 doesn't work, people. Because Bray's gone. And we believed in what Bray got us because of the storyline that was told from the swamps of NXT. And you gave us that belief because everybody still has that Undertaker love for professional wrestling.
But
you cannot introduce them to something of this nature who no one knows. My kid said, this is a dancing Dracula from like the Munsters? Like, what are we watching here? I thought Danhausen was trashing AEW. Like, what is this on the television for? But some fans, which will sit here and try to be bigger than who they are and lie through their fucking teeth and tell you, oh, this is great, this is good, you are lying. Listen, you know what? I apologize. You're not lying.
It's Sunday.
No, because it's Sunday. I'll tell you on a Monday you're lying. I'm going to say this. You have the right to like what you like, and that's fair. You are completely in the minority. Okay, no one is checking for Danhausen. Good for him. He got the job. He got the check. That's great. But that has not moved the needle. This was an embarrassing moment for them. This was an embarrassment pay-per-view for them.
The true problem that I have with the Danhausen is our sounding board is commentary. And when commentary, just like Todd Grisham and Oh It's Christian,
Mm-hmm.
they did not play up Danhausen at all. Michael Cole was bewildered, and what is this? Teeth? They treated it like they did the broken Matt Hardy universe when they went to the Matt. Remember in WWE when it was him and Bray in the compound, and they threw it like WWE has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
This is all Matt Hardy.
This is Triple H trying to. I'm sorry to interrupt you. This is Triple H trying to get over on that fan base of fans of trying to make everybody happy and try to check every single box. There's a reason why things work in other promotions and never work here. There's a reason why things in NXT works there and didn't work on the main roster. And it wasn't always Vince.
They
it's
had
a different
both general
expectation
managers
of what you're watching.
They had both general managers fighting over this case, over this cargo to not only reveal it together, because they both opened it.
Yeah.
And for it to be Danhausen.
He has to be going to AAA. Anything else is uncivilized. Moving on. I spent more time on Danhausen than we should have spent on Danhausen because that's just an embarrassment for not Danhausen, but for WWE to premiere that. I'm sorry. This just doesn't push the needle in any way. And so, but they led off with the female elimination chamber match. We know that picture has been fulfilled. We know who the women in this match were. Kiana James, Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss. Tiffany Stratton with a character change. The music was
she's dressing like Michelle McCool meets.
Do you think
I was trying to figure it out.
A character change? I didn't think she needed a character change necessarily.
She didn't need a character change.
You can't be a Barbie and not be a bitch.
I think the problem with it is it really worked in NXT, and it hasn't translated the way they wanted it on main roster television well. So they're trying to tweak her to successful blondes, Trish, McCool, etc. Because she's wearing crosses on her outfit now. Yeah, those were crosses.
It was definitely different seeing that. Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley. This thing was a foregone conclusion. Like I said, Raquel Rodriguez, I thought, I kind of hoped they would do it. This is the thing. I saw a post that said, do they not try anymore to push the needle? Do you not try anymore, WWE, to be different, right? And this is you can say, in those fans who will, like to suck up everything they do, oh, everybody's hurt, this is a scramble job. Okay, I get that. Okay. No offense going into nothing against Jade Cargill. Okay. I didn't want to see Jade Cargill versus Bianca. I thought it was too soon.
Right.
I think it's still too soon for her and Rhea Ripley because the crowd is going to completely go against Jade Cargill in this match.
She should have been the queen of the U.S. title division. I think it's too soon. Like, I pegged her as the heater muscle type for the Tiffany Stratton, who could be the chicken Barbie heel and get her comeuppance a la Triple H Batista later on. They didn't do that. They leaned into the sisterhood.
Yeah.
Teaming her with Bianca and Naomi. And it was fine for what it was. Like last year's Chamber was perfect.
For what it was fine. And last year's Mania was perfect because of the injury.
No, last year's Chamber was perfect.
Right.
Because of the storylines and feuds involved.
Yeah. And there's nothing here that brings them close together. There's no storyline that interweaves these two ladies together. At least you'd have kind of had one, I feel, with Big Mommy Cool. And because they've been crossing paths a few weeks. We haven't seen these girls, I think, more than once cross each other's path. And that makes I'm just not for that at Mania. Nothing against any one of these girls. Rhea Ripley is not the same Rhea Ripley. I've never liked face Rhea Ripley. You cannot have the outward appearance that she gives off, and you tell me that's a good girl. Or are we supposed to cheer for her? This is the wrestling fan that is pushing out wrestling fans, and they're here only for the entertainment purposes of the representation of wrestling.
Can I ask you a question? Because Rhea Ripley's on Raw.
Yeah. Well, they don't care. That's the only belt that's left for her to go
No,
for.
no,
So
I'm
that's where they're
asking
gonna go.
because wouldn't it make more sense? Because
Oh,
we're still
man.
7 weeks out. We're
Yeah.
still 7 weeks
Yeah.
from Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't Ripley and Rio keep the titles and Jade cost her
Something.
tag title
I don't know.
to lead to friction
Too much
going in, if that makes sense?
Too much intelligent wrestling fan there, and there's no time to even spend on that. I'm so serious. I'm so over this company and where their direction is right now, going into the granddaddy of them all, which I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm still going to be an idiot and mark out for it because WrestleMania, and then come back here and do a pro show and go how disappointed we were. Just like we were disappointed in this that should have happened. You got an Intercontinental Women's Champion who is, okay, you have CM Punk talking about Roman Reigns saying these.
Oh, man. He's got time to tweet, but he doesn't have time to come to Chicago. Listen.
I'm sorry, AJ's full-time? His whole storyline is that Roman's a part-timer and I'm a fighting champion, right? But
And that's his wife.
Your wife's a part-timer.
That's his wife.
I'm confused. I'm lost in any of this. And I know, I'm not a lady. I'm not a woman. I'm not a female. So I maybe there's something I'm missing from this. But the young lady in my house wasn't happy for it, other than Becky Lynch losing. She doesn't like Becky Lynch. But I don't think she's all an AJ Lee supporter either, right? As we always said before about WWE wrestling fans, they're fickle. And they want to move the needle and move the goalpost, right? Because she's been gone for how long, and she's back. She wins the title. If this was somebody else federation, we'll be complaining the entire way. But that's the goalpost, so we continue to move it. This match was
Watching
entertaining
this
to
match.
me. This match actually, and I'm not making this up in no way. I'm not making this up. No lie. I went to the bathroom. I physically had to take a shit when this match was on.
Don't do that. That wasn't the bathroom break match of the show, but.
It wasn't?
I watched the match in its entirety. It wasn't? Listen, the match in its entirety, the moment, because remember, WWE has been telling us that AJ's from Chicago.
Yes, but she's not.
I know. So wait. So the moment the crowd was waiting for, when they announced her name, was from Chicago.
Yeah.
And when they said Union City, New Jersey, it went mute.
Listen, first of all, I'm glad you said that because I wanted to start this off too. Tell me I'm wrong. Now, I like entertainment people stuff, y'all. I'm not very hard to myself here, but I got a nice little setup. Okay. Shit's always loud. And my wife tells us all the time, like, we're a loud household. That crowd? Was it the audio or was it the crowd? And I said it was the crowd because I think the crowd knew what we knew. We're here for one thing. Like, at some point, the crowd's starting to realize this is corny.
I think the crowd was starting to realize what they paid for.
4 matches. And Dan Housing.
And the price that they paid for it. And it was so lackluster. Again, the bigger storyline for Becky Lynch, which is why I'm confused at all of this, is her and Jessica Carr. Is that where Becky's headed going into Mania? Because that rivalry's been going on for months on end now. With her and the referee.
Less. There is no money. This is how you know it's as I said, Triple H's era is CM Punk.
Oh, that's this era.
This era. Because before this, the Roman Reigns, that's Vince McMahon's stamp of approval.
That's true.
What we have been given is and I'm not knocking the Punk era. I love him and Drew. I loved him and Seth. But that's all you're giving me. You're taking down, and I get you trying to do the rebrand. This was a nonsensical match that was so bad on Monday, I didn't even want to talk about it, that a championship has changed. And big time Becky Trump Lynch should not have lost this match. It makes no sense.
Yeah, because I don't know what you do with AG at Mania. I think Becky deserves more at Mania. But I could see them doing a ladder match, some gimmick.
I'm over
the story
WWE.
They was telling of AJ not wrestling a singles match for so long.
That crowd was ass.
And then her doing technical moves made no sense to me.
She don't love her husband that much, and she came at the end to kiss him, and they both had blood in her face. She didn't kiss that man. Anybody else notice that too? She did not kiss.
Yeah, she
that
didn't jump
man.
in his. She didn't jump in his arms like she used to do. Yeah, she just was like,
well, that's
hey,
probably because he was
weird.
beat up. She knew he's old and everything like that. And he went on broken field. Listen, moving on. I'm sorry. This match, I can't. I rewatched it this morning. When I meant to say I had to went to the bathroom, I wasn't expecting the ladies. I love them individually. I've never been an AJ Lee fan, for what it's worth. I just haven't been. I've always respected Becky Lynch.
She's the skater girl. She's Avril Lavigne in wrestling. She's the anime comic book girl.
Okay.
That
I understand that.
You know,
I get that. Okay, I get that.
The ones they get the lotion and sock for.
This match that I knew you didn't try to break my spirit. You always do. You and Chris and all the EC and all you guys. I know he's not going to win. It's like my son sitting there saying, come on, Dad, Javon Evans, what if he does it? I said, you know what, son? What if he does? But he ain't. But what if? Okay, so what if I even had made a scenario in my head, they can make it to Daniel Bryan in WrestleMania. Somebody said, fool, for what? For who? I said, you good point. For me. I'm like the fans that cheer for Danhausen. That's me cheering for Finn Balor to win. Okay, that's how less of a chance he had to win this match in Chicago.
It would have been something different.
It would have been something different. Again, to push the envelope, do something different to lead you into WrestleMania. Give me a reason other than what you're. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. I have to. I've done this for too long, and they're one of the reasons why I got in this because I love the WWE. This was a shitty. It was the same thing I already saw. It's not good. CM Punk. I love Phil Brooks. Let me rephrase that. I don't like Phil Brooks. I love CM Punk. Phil Brooks is a bitch for leaving. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Phil Brooks is a bitch for leaving WWE. I love CM Punk. Okay,
and for leaving AEW. I'm sorry.
This is. He's not that guy anymore. He can talk on the microphone. Yes, better than the best. Or up there with the best. Not saying he's the best, but if you put him up there, I'm not going to completely disagree. In the squared circle, he does not have it anymore. And I'm okay with that still. But you have to make it exciting. Him and Finn, this was a thought. Y'all paid for this again after we just saw this in Belfast.
For free on Raw. The problem I have with it, one, we knew nothing was going to happen in terms of the outcome. And for me, that's when you're supposed to make something happen with the outcome. The problem that I have with all of these scenarios is the fact that we dispelled the Money in the Briefcase way too early.
Mm-hmm.
In all things considered, right? They won it in June, going in August. So we don't have that to interject. There was no Judgment Day interaction. There was no Roman interaction where Roman might have cost Punk the match.
Something. Why Roman not in the building like Jay? We talked about it on our last show we did together. You said, where's this? It was at Royal Rumble. So Jay does show up. She's there if the woman gets it because that's her title.
Roman should be
Where is Roman? Yeah.
I need to see who I'm facing at Mania because you tell me y'all do that, but then you don't do it when this is your night 2 main event.
Yeah.
It's like they give us the language, but then they switch the translation.
Completely.
Every time.
I don't understand it. This is our Mania match. We knew it going in. I love this match still. Let me rephrase. Everything. Let me not rephrase anything, but I'm still here for this match. I still know what CM Punk can bring.
I'm scared of the match without Seth. I'm sorry.
Well, let's talk about that now as we're getting into that. The show was not good. Okay. Elimination Chamber. So we get the main event. We know that it's supposed to have been Braun Breaker all along because the storyline here that was being told did come through because then they tried to put in Bronson Reed and he's crickle hickle. When he gets hurt, a clothesline and tears his bicep, my gosh. Trying to break up a pin. What else is next? So then they put in the young guys. They put in the guys that, hey, you guys are super hot right now. They put
the
Trick
future.
Willie, they put Trick Willie on the Glorious spin. You know what I mean? And the all white. You know what I mean? I said it before. I said the guy who said this post, I don't think he was too wrong. I'm gonna keep sharing it. If they do it right, he could be as big as The Rock. I'm telling you.
He can.
He can. He has it. I think that he started every one of them coming out to the ring, getting on the cage was because of him. I think that he took too long. You can kind of tell the referee kind of said something to him when he came off the pod, like he was kind of taking too long. To then everyone else, I gotta go hop in here. It was overdone. With that as the intros, everybody went to the top of the cage to do something. It was too much. But we knew the outcome of this. So we knew that Logan Paul, the real megastar, eliminates the megastar, eliminates Trick Williams, eliminates Javon Evans. And then the shenanigans happened because...
Well, pause. He got the eliminations that clearly Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were supposed to get.
That's the storyline.
And that right there lets you know how lazy the booking and creative
we
truly
saw
is.
Unreal. We know how lazy it is. Did we not?
But and I want to say this as it was the last night of Black History Month.
Yeah, when
you're in this spot to create two new stars, because you tell us they're new stars.
Man, you know they're not winning.
Trick should have got one elimination. Jesus.
I'll give you that too.
Give me Trick LA Knight at Mania. I'll take that.
Yeah,
it's his first Mania match.
Knight.
It's his first Mania match.
Two different shows. One SmackDown, one Raw. They moved.
Yeah, but clearly, like you said, they don't care about that.
They don't care about the titles.
But like you said, they don't care about that.
No, they don't.
I was expecting Aleister Black maybe.
To do what?
If you watch SmackDown, him and Randy are going to continue this. Listen. They said that.
Listen, Randy Orton winning. So first of all, Seth Rollins comes in.
Wait. First, the other distraction. He didn't just come in.
The fake one.
His fake student. He sent a student. He sent another student.
Okay. I don't know who that guy was. You know who that guy was?
And that was a student from his school, like Friday night.
Okay.
Another student.
Okay. So anyway, cats nobody give a fuck about. Seth Rollins comes up. Oh shit, we knew that. Okay. Boom. Where's Austin Theory not doing anything outside the cage?
Man.
Not a
because Austin Theory's a mole the whole time. Remember,
I've been saying that, but
Austin Theory's a mole.
For right now, he does absolutely nothing. I said he's a mole from the beginning. This was just dumb. Okay, I'm sorry, God. Randy Orton, it takes away from Randy having a moment that Randy deserves to have. Randy has the right to go to Mania and have a one-on-one title match, and he's not going to have a one-on-one title match at WrestleMania. I don't perceive that to happen. I think it's a foregone conclusion with all the interference that Drew McIntyre is doing against Cody Rhodes, that Cody's going to get involved in that, and then of course Fatu is going to have something to say about that as well.
So, I don't know.
You're going to get Fatu versus Cody one-on-one at Mania?
No, I think we're going to get, after all this, made the announcement on the post show that Cody somehow gets a title shot anyway this coming Friday. I think Cody may win.
Cody versus Randy.
And you get Cody, Randy, and you get Jacob, Drew, and they splinter off that way.
If that happens, that's better. But either way, I wouldn't pay for it. I mean, that's not true. I would love that main event. Mm-hmm.
We have the fatal four-way scenario. Or we have the Randy attack Jacob. Or Cody attack Jacob. And it's the triple threat. And then we get Drew versus Aldis. That's still there.
Why I keep thinking Aldis is going to wrestle.
Just hear me out.
I don't want to hear shit about Aldis wrestling. I don't want to hear that out.
I don't either. But they got him in the video game. I feel like they might do Drew and Aldis.
They're all in the video game now. Aldis is not wrestling.
Yes, no, I'm saying he's a wrestling character in this year's of the game.
I know that.
I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that.
I could see them.
They have 2 nights to fill up and 10 matches to make, Mike.
I can see them knowing that my ass ain't paying to go to Mania and them seats are not selling like they should be selling. These are facts.
Okay? And that's why I think you get Cody, Randy.
That makes sense. That makes money.
That's
a
night
story
one main
you can
event.
sell. You can sell that.
That's night one.
You can sell night one of that as your main event, Cody, Randy. But I just don't think you just screw Drew like that. Again.
He's had it for 2 months.
Again. He's had it for 2 months.
That's how they're going to look at it. He's had it for 2 months.
I'm not declaring you're being wrong there. I'm just declaring this whole shit's a lobster dump.
You got to remember, for them,
I love lobster.
For WWE, they look at it as you had the WWE title for 2 months. You've been world heavyweight champion in Mania. Right? So they look at it as what you've done, not how long you've had it. They only do that for the Romans. They only do that for the upper echelon. They do not view Drew as upper echelon.
Well, listen, I'm so speechless. Okay, I'm seriously intelligent followers. Fatal 4-Way is for the title. I agree with the Fatal 4-Way coming as well, but I like to see Randy versus Cody 1-on-1. I would like to see that, but I don't want to see Drew also get the short end of that stick, and I think that's going to give. Listen, I don't think there's nothing they can do right now to fix Mania. I do not. I don't think there's anything they can do. I think Mania is a foregone conclusion as being booked bad, and this may go down as the worst WrestleMania of all time, and it will not take back from their double. We said eventually that the double nights were going to ruin WrestleMania. This may be what we start to see that begin to happen. The Rock
in the
was
same
missed
locations
last night.
too.
You could have had that be a big ass boulder of The Rock, or the people's title inside the crate, and that would have given us much more buzz. Thinking, what is that even? The title that he took, the Muhammad Ali title.
Yeah, like what if Rock is coming back? What if Rock is coming back? Right.
Just have that title hanging there. They need to do something, and they need to do something now and in a hurry. Again, I told you my grade. I thought this was the worst WWE pay-per-view, PLE, however you want to call it, in the history of the leading to the road to WrestleMania. This is the worst.
Worse than Roadblock when Dean Ambrose didn't win?
This is worse than the worst pay-per-view in the history of WrestleMania leading into a pay-per-view. I'm sorry. This has been pathetic of a lead into WrestleMania.
Worse than Big Show helping Stone Cold win the cage match by throwing him through it?
You know why? Because it got Stone Cold to win.
I know.
It got the people what they wanted. Okay.
Worse than No Way Out when the NWO came back?
Yeah, because we thought the NWO is back. They're going to do something good.
I know.
And we got Rock and Hogan out of it, right? So,
I know. I'm trying here.
This is the worst pay-per-view in the history of the WWE going into WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania, I always say it's that yellow brick road. Come around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx as we go down that road to WrestleMania. Come around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx because the road to WrestleMania is pretty goddamn bumpy. And we're going to need some counseling. So come in, give me a hug. It's okay. I know a lot of you are extra special, so you don't understand a lot of things. So you have to just look deeper than what the realness is to you because it's not real, damn it. Okay? Right now, this isn't this idiot over here who's my brother and the majority of the fake-ass critics, not calling you fake, Scream 7 from the fans are getting great reviews, okay? The reveal was trash, but what do you go see a Scream movie for? 3 things: Ghostface, the kills, and the reveals. You don't go for a literary masterpiece of mastermindedism.
It was the neighbor.
You don't go for that. You don't go for that.
You go the neighbor.
You go for the kills. I laughed so much in this movie. It was true Scream form.
It was
he got hit in
neighbor.
the face. He got hit in the face with a cabinet door.
It was the neighbor. The neighbor did it.
Listen, Scream 7 over last night. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
They almost had the same runtime, so.
No, they didn't. Listen, my last grade for this, man. Listen, Seth Rollins showing up, not moving the needle. Rhea Ripley winning, going against Jade Cargill, to me, not moving the needle. Becky Lynch losing to AJ Lee, not moving the needle. Dan Housing, why? Okay, and I don't know. I'm speechless, dog. Like I said, I've never. This gets that's too high. I give it a 1.5 out of 5. Mick Foley 24/7 title runs, and you know how I'm a belt king. That belt is a piece of shit because The Rock threw it in the river. I mean, that's the belt they brought out and they fished it out, and that's what they gave him to keep mankind happy. Okay, 1.5 out of 5. It was trash. It was absolutely trash. I'm going to give it
a purple strap Intercontinental because that belt went missing so fast. remember, it was purple for like 2 weeks.
Listen, and
it was out of here.
I hope everybody got insurance on their tickets. That shit
oh my God. Please, guys. I'm sorry. As a wrestling fan, from one wrestling fan to many, I'm sorry.
This was ass. Listen, we're going to get up out of here, man. I thank you for always joining me when I need you to show up on a pay-per-view. I appreciate it. Listen, do me a favor, guys. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. and don't love God, y'all. That's crazy. I forever will be and forever want you to understand that I will always. Who you going for, Mike Knoxxx?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
I mean, what? You thought because Black History Month was over that I'm still not?
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blinking.
So please understand.
Message.
And for all y'all that think y'all are better than me,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
leave the drugs alone. Okay? Leave them alone. That's all you got to do.
Stop it. Get some help.
And always know I love me